topic here because I've been talking about how last week I talked about Chad Gable and the work he's been doing. I love the work he's been doing, but the one guy I've been really loving on WWE programming in the last couple months is Danhausen. Danhausen's been everywhere. Danhausen was on ESPN. You can make an argument Danhausen is the reason the Knicks won the title. Because remember they're down 2-1. He goes on in the first round. He goes on first take. He basically uncursed the Knicks, and the Knicks went 15-1 after that. Okay, I don't know. Did you see? I might still have it on my computer here if I can find it. Did you see what's his face from Busted Open's reaction after the finals were over, putting Danhausen over in a big way? It was hysterical.
No, I did not. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he's insane, but it was funny. If I can find it before we get up there, I'll find it for you. But Danhausen's doing some really good stuff with his work right now with the Miz and whatnot. Loving it. Sports entertainment in its finest. I love it. But I also have to have there should be some cause to pause because Danhausen is an attraction, and I'm a little worried that as great as his run is right now, that he might be. He's not. I don't know if he's there yet, but there's a conversation coming up that maybe he's a little bit overexposed now. Because again, he's a special attraction. He's not someone I believe should be on TV every single week. Like right now, it's okay because right now it makes sense. The Knicks run, and he's helping with the marketing of the WWE and putting. He's actually effective outside the bubble in a way. But I'm really concerned ahead of schedule that the WWE might just continue running this thing to the ground to the point where we might actually get tired of this guy. So I ask you, Rob the Genius, is Danhausen towing the line of a little bit of overexposure at this point
now? Not yet.
Okay.
Now, I guess the question is, if you have to figure out if you're Triple H or whoever, you have to figure out, is this a thing that has a shelf life no matter what? Or is this something that we can manage? If we manage it right, it can go on for a really long time. If it has now, I think all this stuff with the Knicks and all that stuff, that definitely is that has its it's having its day right now, and you're not going to still be doing stuff with the Knicks 3 years from now, right? Regardless. But I think ultimately, if he can settle into a role like R-Truth, where R-Truth isn't there every week, and some weeks when he's there, he's only there for 30 seconds. And it also depends on how good his material is. I mean, because if his material is good every time, then it's pro wrestling. You can do the same act for years and years and years if the material is good, right? I mean, so it just depends on as long as I think later on when we get to later on this year, no, he should not be on TV as long or as much as he is right now.
Right.
We have to kind of will it down a little bit. But for right now, I think they're doing fine. And again, as long as you keep doing good stuff with them, and then when the time comes to, again, will it down a little bit, you do it. And then I think as long as the biggest thing is, I think as long as he doesn't do anything bad, like if it gets to the point, like if he goes through a stretch where like for 3 or 4 weeks or a month or two, like his material starts just being bad, then yeah, that's a problem. But you have him work with different people. You have him do different gags and different stuff, and what have you. And look, this is not a 10-year. I don't think this is going to be like a 10-year act, but well, look, this is how easy it's going to be. Like, so this year, 2026, you have to kind of you're going to have to at some point, like, kind of put this in a jar or put it in a trophy case.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like how, WrestleMania 40 with the whole thing with the main event and everything, right? you put that in a trophy case. Right? You don't expect to have that to do that every year or every month or whatever, right? You put that. I mean, you got to put or Hogan Slam and Andre, right? You put it on a plaque and you put it in a trophy case.
Right.
You go back and look at it sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so I think this year for Danhausen is going to ultimately be one of those things. And after this year, it's just a matter of keeping him a sustainable kind of act, and then you will for that you will need to manage his time, his TV time more, and so it doesn't end up him just doing the same stuff over and over again. Because like with R-Truth, R-Truth is playing the same character, and he's doing the same shtick basically, but he finds little ways to switch it up, so he's not doing the exact same thing every time.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think right now they're fine. I'm not even saying they're in trouble now, but I'm thinking ahead going forward because he's been doing good programming for WWE now for at least since February, right? Maybe March.
Yeah.
And it's gotten better and better and better and better. And then you had this Knicks thing that fell in his lap, and it's been the fact that Knicks won the title on top of that. It only adds to the character. It brings in people from outside the bubble now, which is going to be great for the WWE. I've said that the demarcation for this thing, where you start scaling back, to me is SummerSlam. Like you're going to pay off obviously the Miz feud at SummerSlam at some point. You know what I'm saying? After SummerSlam is where you start getting into that territory of like, okay, we're now in August, and I get it. There'll be a temptation to want to do more because by September that's slow season for WWE. Football's back. Attention starts to go away a little bit. I know even people like me, I'm watching less the product as much. I still watch the highlights, however, but I'm not as like day to day as I am right now, for example. So there's a temptation to want to go and go back to the Danhausen thing and try to use that again as a tool. But Danhausen again is someone that should be used sparingly. Someone that as you said, put into the case a little while and bring him out later on. Make him special. The more you see him, the less special it is. Now, right now it's great because it makes sense of programming that he's in a great program with The Miz. But I absolutely love this feud, this story angle they're doing with him right now. I think it's I'm entertained. I pop every time. JD McDonough gets executed again on Monday on Raw. It's great stuff. So I'm not even complaining about that. But again, Danhausen is someone that should be used sparingly. Okay, so my thing is, I'm thinking SummerSlam is where you pay off the feud with The Miz. I'm sure there'll be a match of some sort, and then from there you figure it out. But I am loving it. And to me, like I said, I remember people shat on the his debut, and I said, give it some time. This is you can't treat it like AJ Styles' debut in Rumble in 2017. This is a special attraction, and you'll get it when you get it. And now we're at the point of now it's getting it. Now look, they got lucky. The Knicks run here, sure as hell, added a lot of spice to this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think SummerSlam is exactly where you want to, okay, now that SummerSlam's been paid off, let's kind of scale back a little bit and we'll bring them out when we need to more instead of doing it every week.
And also, SmackDown is going to 2 hours starting in July, I believe.
That helps.
So
that helps.
Yeah.